Hey, I'm Angelique Bates. Make sure you like and subscribe to Blurredography.
Mic is this?
It's fine.
Wow, this is quite a mic here. We'll go this way. Or are you directing it a different way?
Yeah, I just let them kind of, they know each other.
Okay.
They got a vibe going.
Okay.
Family.
So who starts?
So you just pick the person.
Okay. Yes.
So you went to UCLA. And you were one of 50 applicants, the only African American to make it. So what was your first year at UCLA like?
Yes, I was the only African American female. There were two of us. There was one African American male, Kirkwood. He was in, and here's David Fielding. Yay!
Hey!
Coming around. He actually starred in, what was the movie with Denzel Washington when he was a football coach?
Remember the Titans.
The Titans. He was in that. Yeah. And I think he only did that for a short. He was in the business for a little bit and then ended up leaving. But how was that? Which part? Being at UCLA?
Yes.
In the theater department with just.
Yes.
You know what? I grew up in a pretty diverse school, so it wasn't very difficult for me. After I got in and I just checked out to see, like, there's 50 of us and I'm the only person that looks like this and he's the only person that looks, like, it was really odd to me, like, how out of 50 people are there only 2 black people sitting here? Like, how is that okay? But I, you know, while I was at UCLA is when I booked Power Rangers. I was a junior and I didn't know what Power Rangers was because I was 21, I wasn't watching Power Rangers, I was literally too busy partying. I ain't even gonna lie. Wasn't watching, that's what you do. Actually, I was 20 when I booked it, and then I turned 21. So yeah, it was a great experience. Yes.
All right. So with the Rangers being a family over the years, 30 years now, who has entered the franchise after you that you guys feel most proud of as a person? Like, you've seen them develop as a Ranger, like how they've taken the mantle and run with it, or you just feel like, you know what, I'm proud of this person for what they've become?
Oh gosh.
No one. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's great to see anyone from the franchise move on and do other things. I mean, the one that springs to mind most readily for me is Aaron Cahill. Aaron has been doing like all these Hallmark movies and stuff, and I mean, it's just great to see people continue to pursue what they feel that they've been put here to do. And you know, I'm the kind of guy that's going to applaud them no matter what they want to do. So say a name to me and I'm like, oh yeah, they're great, they're terrific, you know. So I think everybody that's been associated with the franchise has they have the biggest hearts. They're all heroes in my eyes. So I love every one of them. So
I would agree. Erin was the same person that I was thinking of. I'm pretty good friends with Erin, so I get to hear about all of her projects that she's working on and so forth. We have a few of us that have gone on
and
to
Johnny
do,
Young Bosch.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, I mean, he's in every anime. I mean, he's part of Ultraman now, and it's like, wow, that's
He's
fantastic.
part of Ultraman?
Yeah.
What?
that today.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Today, like recently.
Wow, yeah. And Johnny and I were actually just sitting inside of the green room. We were talking about how, because we've all had a passion to do acting or some form of acting or producing or whatever. So we've both ventured out actually and started to film our own projects. And I just finished filming my feature film. I have a couple of reshoot days, June 27th and 28th, but it's the first full-length feature that I wrote, produced, and starred in. which, oh dear God, is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I was very, very drained, but it was so worth it to be able to employ people, to be able to do something that I really, really love. And Johnny just finished his first feature. Oh, something like, yep. Sorry.
And I guess the running theme for that is you'll notice that all of us are involved in creating, right? And the act of creation, telling stories, that to me is like something that's so positive, so forward moving, because it's so easy to be destructive, but it's very hard to do something creative, to create something, give birth to something that's going to entertain or inspire somebody later on. And I think that's like the highest calling for me anyway.
Yeah. The question was, what was the question again? So that Michael can answer?
Right. The question was, for anybody who's coming to the franchise, past, present, future, whatever, who are you most proud of to see, like, in life, or just as taking the Ranger mantle and run with it?
Oh, wow. That's a pretty deep question. First of all, thank you for having me. Sorry I was late. It's an honor to be here. Well, for me, you know, it's got to be Jason David Frank. I saw him the last time at Power Morphicon, and it's just a special bond that we have, being that I got to play him as a kid, and that's an incredible honor that I will cherish forever.
And he's grown on, he became a huge businessman, and some of the stories that he shared, when he first started doing cons, his lines were not what you would see today. He was at our show last year, and you waited in his line for 8 hours. Like, he literally was so resilient and was like, I'm going to finish until the last fan is standing. But he had very humble beginnings. And he was like, you gotta fake it till you make it. And so he would tell us stories, and I was like, what, Jay? Really? You had nobody? No. But I would pretend like I had people out there in the line. Yeah. And he grew like his own, well, as you guys saw, he was the most well-known Ranger.
Yeah.
By far. Everybody knew who he was. Yes.
So I want to start with a quick comment on a JDS story that I feel you guys may enjoy. So I lived near Houston most of my life, and they had a picnic nearby. And it was like a Costa picnic. They invited JDS down. He said, hey, I gotta go to a con, but I'm definitely gonna stop by before I go to the airport just because I want to meet my fans, no matter where they are and how, you know, what they're doing. And that's always really touched me, that he could make a time, even with such a hectic schedule, to be out there. And then my question is for David. Your role is a little bit different than most actors in the franchise. Can you tell us a little bit more about the process you had to go through to play Zordon?
It was my experience was I'm not gonna mince words. I mean, it was kind of bittersweet because it was really cool to be cast in the show, especially since I had just moved to LA, had only been there for a couple of months, and then I booked this TV show. But it was a disappointment to learn that they were not going to film me anymore after that initial day. So I, very much like the character of Zordon, I felt very separated from the rest of the cast because I met them during the audition. They were there the day that we filmed, and then I didn't see them again for 20 years. I never got to meet Twee because she was cast after we filmed. I didn't meet JDF for 22 years. It was a very sort of Zordon-like experience of being a part of this show, but very separated from it. But it was a very interesting process because unlike a lot of the Rangers, I didn't have to go through several rounds of auditions to get the part. They brought me in one day, they said they were going to cast it that night, and the next week I was sitting in the chair being filmed for the part. So I felt that was very a lightning bolt of good luck, but I was also prepared to be there and do the work to get the job. So the best part about being Zordon is right now, because I get to meet with my friends and meet and hear your stories and continue, to produce the positive effect of the show. So that's my whole experience.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So is there any other seasons that you guys wanted to be a part of, or if you could go be a part of a season, what season would you be a part of, or anything in the future that you'd like to maybe be a part of?
Has to be Power Ranger related?
Yeah. Sorry.
That would've
Dang
been
it,
more
I was going to be
interesting.
Wonder Woman. I get asked this question all the time. I really like Time Force. I really like the storylines, and that was the series that I probably watched a little bit more than the others. So I can't really honestly say because I haven't watched all of the other seasons.
Yeah.
So I would say Time Force.
I'm going to say Time Force as well, but because of Vernon Wells, I grew up watching Vernon Wells in The Road Warrior and Commando and other things, and the first time I met Vernon at Lexington Comic-Con, he was the sweetest, nicest person ever, and he remembers me every time he sees me, so I would want to be on Time Force simply to be around Vernon Wells. That would be my answer.
For me, they would have to be Zeo, and that's probably an interesting answer. But because I was part of the journey to find the Zeo crystals, but never officially on Zeo, it would be that. That season, yeah.
The evolution.
Come back as young Tommy, the young Zeo 5.
Oh, I love that. I think you had a question next.
As far as the Netflix special, not to speculate too much, but how would your characters be not introduced, but involved in the ongoing of that series?
Zordon?
Yes.
I found it very interesting that Billy was trying to bring Zordon back, because previously at other cons, whenever the discussion got brought back up that Zordon could come back, people were always very negative about it. No, it would lessen his sacrifice if we brought him back. So I was very intrigued by the idea that Billy was trying to bring back Zordon, and I think it would make for a very interesting twist to bring the character back, to see if he would agree with Billy's choice about that, or if it would go wrong like it did with Robo Rita, or if they would take it off in a different tangent. But as far as I know, I mean, nobody's reached out to me, nobody's contacted me about anything in the future, but you never know, right? So we'll see.
Thank you so much. Oh, we were just going to answer that question, but did you want to answer that question?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. I'm going to take it in a little different direction. Maybe for me, playing young Tommy, there could be that part about playing JJ, the son, Tommy.
I thought that.
I was just thinking that just like through my mind, like, man, he'd be a great Tay one day.
Yeah, that would be
says it.
interesting.
That'd be the best Easter egg.
For me, I would have been unboxed.
That's great.
I would have not been in my helmet and suit as a toy. I would have actually been in the episode.
There you go.
Word. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
Hey guys, it's me, Karen Ashley. I am one of the co-owners of RangerStop and Pop. We had an amazing time this year in Atlanta, and we can't wait to bring RangerStop and Pop back to Atlanta. I just want to thank all of the fans, all of the attendees, all of our friends and family that came, supported the show. We had the most amazing vendors. We had the most amazing time. And you guys know, it's always morphin' time.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Steve Cardenas, aka Rocky the Red Power Ranger, and you are watching Blurredography. So check it out.